know, 4 or 5 days since your operation. How are you feeling now?
Yeah, a little bit tired, and we've come to Hanoi, all is good, except for one little fact. We're in this very nice hotel, but we have been allocated a room on the 5th floor. There's no elevator, so every time I'm going up, it's a long, slow process. But that'll get better as each day goes by.
And you can just see Neil slowly making his way up the 5 flights of stairs. It is quite a climb, even I'm huffing and puffing a bit, but hopefully they feel a bit sorry for him, and tomorrow we will get a room on a lower floor.
Yeah, I don't think I popped any stitches.
Good.
That's got to be a success.
It's our first full day here in Hanoi, so we thought we'd better go out and explore around by our hotel. We're staying in the old quarter. It's very different from what we saw in Ho Chi Minh. Lots of sort of smaller streets, very tree lined, and these awesome bamboo ladders and scaffold things behind me.
Welcome to Vietnam. I'm so relieved because now she will stop nagging me. Hello.
It's our second full day in Hanoi, and we're terribly excited because we've got some visitors with us, Kate and Neve, and look how pleased they are to be here.
Yeah.
So embarrassing. And it's quite a big thing here too for the kids to go and ask people who are English speakers if they can have a conversation with them. So here's Kate and Neve testing out their communication skills. Every Sunday in the park, but these kids have all got these really cool cars that they can drive around in. If I was a kid, I would love it here in Hanoi. So we're having a girls' day out. I've got Kate here next to me, I've got Neve on the camera, and we're going to go and see we're going to go and see if we can find a lake and probably some food. Tourist attractions here in Hanoi is the Mausoleum of Ho Chi Minh. We actually thought we were just going to come walk around the mausoleum and have a look, but it turns out when you come here you have to actually go in and see the body, but it's really interesting. It's extremely well preserved. Ho Chi Minh is a huge hero in Vietnam. He was instrumental in their struggle for independence. He's on all the notes and he's beloved by everyone here. Thing to do when you come and see the mausoleum is actually go to the museum that's attached to it. So it's all about the independence of Vietnam, but it's also about liberation in general. Well worth a visit. So the museum is actually about Ho Chi Minh, but Neil's managed to make it about himself because 1964 is the year of his birth. The museum here at the mausoleum is actually about the independence of Vietnam, but it's a really funky museum. The building is really cool, and then you've got all these sort of interesting maze-like places to walk through. Great idea, these guys are using tyres to make sandals. Feature we have in Hanoi here is the train tracks that actually run down the street. So twice a day a train comes through these streets and everyone has to get out of the way. So we thought we'd go for a bit of a wander along, see what it looks like, and then maybe grab a coffee afterwards. Stop for a bit of a drink and a snack and see if the train came along.
Just arguing about
we're having a beer and these two are arguing about who's going to hold the donuts. Merry
What's going on here?
Well, we've just finished lunch and once again we ate our food before we thought about taking a video of it, but we've been coming to this place, I don't know, about 3 times in the last 3 days because they serve most delicious crepes and egg coffee, which when I first heard about it I thought that's going to be disgusting, but they use egg yolks, and apparently they used to use egg yolks when they didn't have milk and now it's become quite a thing, but it's like having a really nice coffee with a bit of custard on top. It's our last day in Hanoi for now, so we've come to the Hoa Lo Prison. It kind of tells the story of 20th century Vietnam in some ways. It was built by the French in 1896 and it was used then to imprison and suppress the Vietnamese, and then later it was used by the Vietnamese during the Vietnam War to house American pilots. So you kind of see both sides of the Vietnam story, so their liberation from the French and then their liberation from the Americans. So if you are in Hanoi, it's definitely worth coming to have a look.
I think you'll find that the Vietnam War is known as the American War.
The American War it is actually, so it's really interesting to come here and to read the exhibit signs and watch the little movies because they, you definitely get a good sense of how the Vietnamese felt about the American War.